Cutlass... I'm not gonna say Cutlass is like an unplayable item now, but... It's a 5-second cooldown that can't be Oceanic Rushed. It can be pretty nice through, like, the early mid-game. Yeah, if you're playing, like, a full weapon build, it can fit onto the board. You can sort of think of it as, like, a 2.5-second cooldown item that gets good value out of cooldown reduction. Cutlass with Deadly Crow's Nest be bonkers. Does that work? Does that give you 6x crit damage? $4x? Hey, but it's already 3x. Isn't that just not very good? Does 3x, then 3x. Well, 3x, then 2x, right? But yeah, I don't know exactly how the interaction worked. Crow's Nest didn't work at all until this patch. It's just... It won't even give me anything.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff. Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
I am happy with that, JJ.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Okay. Yeah, it's... And you still gotta find a way to scale its flat. And I think it's harder to scale flat now than it was before. Like, you can get the sharpening stones, but the other rewards of buff a weapon based on how many weapons you have, or buff a weapon based on your level, or buff all your weapons based on your level, those are all gone. Appearance rate of raise seems really high. I mean, yeah, they're small bronze items. Pretty easy to get small bronze items.
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful. You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
Yes. Okay, so we can go down the poison line with the gamma ray. You play core or just copper at first, Aiden? Core speeds up the beta ray. First Aiden also speeds up the beta ray. I'm pretty sure it's this.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
I don't think it mattered which one we did. It's a pretty good starting item.
Well, I'll admit,
It's like not bad shield, and then eventually just becomes 24 gold. cool. Don't think that's doing anything. Here's my second XP. Be fishing for the ray upgrades. The gamma ray upgrade is so insane.
Don't let my youth worry you. The guys who trained me were
I think I'm worried about medium items. This enables the burn freeze skill.
I spent half my life mastering that technique. So like 9 years.
That is a cheap little bit of damage. But it just feels so important for Dooley to get his board space figured out for the player fights. Ooh. Rush is a good one. Can I rank the cores quick for you? It just changed a lot. I've been liking Ignition Core. I think Ignition Core is great. It's probably like Ignition, The Core, Crit Core, Shield Core, Weaponized Core, Companion Core. Any of them really suck. Weaponized Core and Companion Core are miserable. Some people really like Companion Core, but... Companion is nuts right now with poison. I don't know, you still gotta find the Monitor Lizard. Companion's doing good for you, like Legend 80-ish. I'll have to play it again this patch. It's just... The skepticism that I have for Companion Core is that I feel like every patch, people have said Companion Core is one of the best cores, when it has always been, like, the worst core, hands down. Maybe better than Weaponized. It just, like, doesn't get to play the good dually items. Walter Cooler is the good dually items. If you can get Walter to gold, or, ooh, diamond, big fan. Can't upgrade my raise. I'm just gonna take gold and XP. The rare 2 income selection. The rest of these 2 actual nothing. It's 2 income versus 2 gold. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Which core is this one? This one's the core. The nice thing about the core is you eventually get to a point where you're playing a bunch of items on one side, and then you have the core and a payoff that you're speeding up. Oftentimes, you'll even do, like... Actually, you don't need to do it with Beta Ray anymore. You can, like, throw your damage item over here and have the core speed up your damage item, too. It was a pretty common pattern to go, like, Beta Ray coolant on this side of the core, use the core to make your freeze items faster.
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more.
I really want to believe in Armadillo. Race Carl doesn't haste anymore. We also can just take an Uzi to speed up the core. I'd be dropping one of my shield items to play this.
Use it well.
I'm always buying this.
Make me
It's just
proud.
whether or not I want to buy this and play it now. I can buy it on spec. Maybe we get a
Go make
duct tape
some
and
more
it's good.
stories. Then come back and tell me.
Yeah. Shielded Armadillo seems great. Shielded Armadillo next to a duct tape already is close to going infinite. Yeah. Rocket launch is a great one.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
This thing doesn't even slow anymore. I could take this and then try to set up for pylon. If I can find LEDs. Ugh.
Do you have to leave already?
Maybe? An 8-second cooldown. It's a little too poor. Yeah, we do not pressure shields.
No, I am
Let's go
not.
here for
That's offensive.
extra gold.
You fight like a dervish without honor.
Could be a pylon. Not even clear that a pylon is good. Should I get a
I
poison
may
skill?
not be the most masterful trainer, but I must be the cheapest.
I do plan on playing slows. Get interactions like Monitor Lizard when you haste poison crits. Crit is only for cooldowns. Life is okay, I suppose. What can I even get? This could be... There are some silver skills that are good, right? Do I want to spend all my gold on it, though?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I think we're fine.
You've got talent.
I may not be
You should
strong,
put
but
it
they are
to
not strong
noble
either.
use.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
I can Omega Ray and pivot to burn. Oh wait, no, this is still just bronze. Is it better than the Chris just because it charges the Beta Ray? It's
I
cheap
think
enough to
that
buy.
suits you beautifully.
No, give me the ones I already have! It buffs the
Whoever
Uzi?
said money can't buy class had neither.
It doesn't charge the other rays still, right? They didn't fix that? Is this fight fine? It's a disaster if I lose. Let me just go here.
Dervishes, strike like a sandstorm! The Lord of the Wastes would like you.
I want the scrap for when I get my duct tape. I will get my duct tape, right?
We offer you a chance to outlive the spell. From the flame of every candle, we watch you.
The hand is pretty cool if you're doing the burn stuff, but not sure how I would use the heal one. It's not like this heals on haste anymore. Duct tape?
Life is urgent. Hurry up!
Nope. And I can't even roll it. There's a world where I want this thing. Pretty sure right now the Alpha Ray is enough of my damage that I'm not cutting it. Plays well with the Uzi. Guess I could drop the Chem Snail. I wonder if this does more. I know I said that I'm not really a big fan of playing all of the rays, but... How did this teleport? But that might just be where we're at. Hey, Ice Pick. see that. I felt Pig was pretty okay into the poison builds before. Health tends to be one of the best defensive layers into poison, and Pig was the best at, like, just picking up an early pawn chop and having a ton of health. I'd be really worried playing Pig into all these scaling dually builds. But we will play our Pig game after this one. I still don't have the duct tape. I kind of want to just take chocolate. Still want to hold these scraps. I guess Armadillo is not doing anything. Game does not want me to sell this Armadillo. Yeah, it's not even just Monitor Lizard. Like, Combat Core is a problem. Burn is a problem. Recurring freeze is a problem if they're just, like, the coring with coolant. This can be the Alpha Ray, but only the Alpha Ray. Let's go Fortis.
Without ever striking a blow.
Sharp
Just waited for them to
corners.
If you wield it well enough,
If we get a duct tape.
shield can be its own kind of weapon.
I have less health that I'm comfortable with taking this fight. I want to get the hand. We might have a cool burn game if we get Restorative Fireclaw. Yeah, I mean, Elo's not really a thing. There's no matchmaking in the game. Like, you're fighting the same pools of players. No! We got the hard to get one twice? That's so sad.
Ability begins with belief. You can think yourself faster. Can you feel it?
Remember when there's no
How thin the
players?
barrier really is?
My understanding is there's no intention of ever having matchmaking. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, definitely report that. It might be bugged with enchants when you get disconnected. Okay, JJ, what items you got for me?
And sometimes I sell stuff.
Any raise? Nope. Don't think I'm playing the Aegis. I could take it on spec in case we end up being full burn, but
That's okay. It was nice to see
I don't think that's happening. Really need a duct tape.
I should warn you, I'm not like other
I've had so many dually runs where I haven't been able to find a duct tape this patch.
see you're going places, but I'll be chasing you.
Yeah, it's the first time hearing about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens every time. It's just not very common that you're waiting on an enchant reward and you get disconnected.
Poison is a historically misunderstood art form. I'm writing a paper about it. Not Mr. Wriggle, not old Wrigley. It's Professor Wriggle.
I think we just take this for the XP.
Hey, that's tomorrow's problem. Right?
Oh, it works on shops too? Huh. Yeah, I had no idea. That was kind of scary. Just taking the scrap. No. What's more important? Probably hitting my upgrades. Finding my duct tape. Recording all the scrap
You
for
have to
duct
ask
tape.
the price. You can't afford it. Shall I gift wrap it for you?
I've been playing a tool. Man! I'm probably gonna use some of these on the copperhead before the next fight. If I don't find the duct tape here.
The Grand Society of Master Merchants welcomes you.
That's a good hit.
Happy to exploit.
This is a good hit too.
I mean, help you.
I don't think I'm playing the friend with that, but
Suppose I can sell that.
like this over the slow ray. We are fighting a dually. God, if this is actually dually meta, that's terrifying. I liked it so much more when Dually was only secretly the best character. Close, close. I liked him before it was cool. Yeah. He was always the scariest character to queue into. But you just didn't queue into him that much because everyone was just jamming Vanessa. I'd be going here to try to get building crescendo. That's probably what I should be doing.
Which is more cruel? A dozen
That's not
brutal
building
blows
crescendo.
or one lethal strike?
The upside on this is great if I get crit later.
That's very dangerous knowledge. Use it wisely.
Cast aside your destruments!
Luck rate doesn't really matter, but it's on my board, so I'll take it. Crow's Nest, Powder Keg, and a weapon of their choice. Keg booms, Crow's Nest becomes active. Oh, I didn't know that worked. That is cool. Which just run ads. God damn it. Yeah, I forgot between games. I usually try to take a break after every game so Twitch doesn't play ads during the game. I know I'm playing my core all game. I don't know that I'm playing everything else all game. The crit is more relevant on the poison, maybe? How do I feel about seeing the Friends bonus for level perks? Could I just be doing this? Or like this? The Friends bonus for level perks. And it being removed. Oh. Oh, like not needing a friend to get loot items. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of silly that just every character wanted to buy a random friend early on and just keep it the whole game. It wasn't really much of a decision. It's just something that you did. I don't miss it.
Welcome, dear guest.
If there were other things pulling you in different directions, like some level ups want you to have a friend, some level ups want you to have a tool, and if there were enough of those that you just couldn't have everything, then maybe it would be interesting.
I didn't think this was possible.
Get a tool, try to get duct tape. There's more. Wait, are there more tools or shield items? I'm not looking it up. That thing is huge.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Should maybe be speeding up my LEDs. Yeah.
Next time, boys.
Good try,
Less
good try.
blunder,
Also,
more
apparently you can
blunder.
freeze Silencer now. That is a huge buff to Silencer. It was overall stronger than Vanessa. That might have been true. That was true for most of the game's history so far. It's just Beta Ray. There's only Beta Ray. Free Silencer. That would be weird, but that might be true. None of the rest of these really matter. I can take 2 income. This is 6 gold. 6 gold's probably better than 2 income. It's also technically some other upside. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do on Vanessa right now. I'm not gonna say Vanessa's definitely the weakest, but there might be a build somewhere, but I haven't found it. And I haven't particularly been looking for it.
Poison breaks down. There's a
I
synergy to it.
may have thought this was the poison skill shop when I clicked on it. I even moused over it multiple times to make sure that it was the shop that I thought it was. I just didn't read.
Poison is the weapon of nobility, of planning and control.
This might be griefing. I'm not actually sure that this is better.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
Not buying a bronze coolant. If I go here, I level up before the player. Yeah, one thing that I have been pretty impressed with so far is that, I mean, part of this is due to there not being any matchmaking, but it does feel like no matter what patch it's been, you have always been able to 10-win. Maybe not very reliably, but pretty reliably with even the weakest hero. Like, there has never been a patch where a hero felt unplayable. Yeah, it's also just kind of hard to find a trebuchet, with pole being bad. No, I think the red one still doesn't trigger the other rays.
Neither wealthy nor wise, huh?
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful.
Nope. Are the LEDs triggering so much? LEDs trigger when our core activates, and our core activates a lot.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Both? I don't think I would ever take one here. But I also don't think any have been offered. Core upgrades don't really do anything.
Defeat does not defeat me.
It's just plus damage. They used to remove some of the cooldown, which made them really important, but they don't do that anymore. Two XP. Wow. Insane. Yeah, Fire Core can be fine to upgrade. The extra burn matters more than the extra damage on the core, and the extra scaling can matter on some boards, though usually when I'm playing Ignition Core, I'm not scaling anything with it. On crit core, it giving your board more crit chance can be significant. You can see what the different upgrades do if you search the core on How Bazaar.
People first, profit 10. Maybe if I got better goods.
Easier pistol. Let's do this, I guess. Get more poison scaling.
People think the body powers the mind, but it's the other way around.
At least everything?
Don't travel from point A to B. Just be there.
Take the starting freeze. Feels more responsible.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Adorable.
You've got talent.
Not good.
You should put it
Adorable.
toward nobler use.
Now this is health food. Literally. You must not know who I am.
Yeah, it's Gamma Ray Poison Toxic Rifle. Kinda cool. Are we losing? Wait.
An amusing diversion, but that's enough.
Really? I guess I have no defense. My freeze doesn't matter against them. Huh. Awkward. Arkin did get a buff, yeah. But I still didn't think we were losing it.
Discounts for peace. You're listening to your needs. That's...
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Ooh. Spicy.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Goddamn. Okay, I don't like taking breaks in the middle of the game, but I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Hope you guys stick around. I think Twitch is about to play ads anyway, so let's just get those out of the way. Okay. Now what? We can go... None of my medium items need to upgrade. Gumballs or whatever. I have 99 gold.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
Gold cooler?
Tell everyone you got it here.
Can just rely on poison scaling. Do this.
The desert wind is warm perfume. The Outlander way is true.
See burn build on ignition core dually. Tried to run without quality. Lost to someone's. Yeah, speed control is so important. I think given that we have all of the speed control, that this is good. It might get me killed to a pig that doesn't have crit chance, but that's a risk that I'm willing to take. It should be better for us than most opponents.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Can I upgrade my raise, though? This is a little depressing.
I feel like you're not being
Speak of the devil.
fully present with me.
You do see these tusks, right?
Bonk! Oh god.
Got potential, I bet.
Cringe.
Time is an endless nap. Who are you again?
We have defense now. Bonk plus, yeah, Bonk is messed up. Okay, I am almost certain we're beating Arkin now.
I have 50 ways to rule. I have no time.
Can use my scrap now. Oh yeah, I should do that. I've been sitting on it for so long. The Wavering's great with our sharpened corners that we've had forever with no shield items. There's nothing that I care about here, right?
World's too fast for you, huh?
You use your slowest weapon, freeze a smaller item for 2 seconds. Yeah. Seems good.
Freezing things does kill them. You know that, right?
Did you ever put 2 items to the right of core? You can. I don't think I have... We could speed up the LEDs. This slows 2 things? Nice, it pulls the slowest. I think our core is faster than our pulse rifle. I think this is triggering more than every 1.2 seconds, but I might be overestimating things. It's close, at the very least. There's a lot of game actions happening. I think we're winning, but... There's a lot of flashing going on the opponent's board. It just didn't have any impact on my life total. Yeah, it's based on cooldown. But what I'm saying is because we're speeding up the core so much when our other items activate. Like, when our core activates, it immediately gets... this activates, this slows, this gets halfway to activating again, this gets halfway to activating again. It has haste. And then every time this activates, it's a 3-second charge on the core too. It's almost never right to not have core on the far right. When it's the core, you almost always want to be speeding something up with the core. It's just how many things do you want to be speeding up.
Make deals, not war.
Like, you could make the case that because this cool LEDs is making the chem snail faster, you could put the LEDs over here as well, because speeding up the LEDs doesn't lose that much, but gets you more slows. Core activate every ray? Well, the core doesn't activate the rays. It triggers their passive, but that doesn't speed up the core more.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
Sure, but like even in that case, like there's often going to be something worth making faster. Like, you could even make an argument in a full ray build, if you're playing the core, putting one of the rays on the other side to speed up the rays to trigger your other rays more makes sense. Because the ray isn't actually activating all that fast, especially if it's like an Omega Ray or something. That has like a 6-second cooldown. Doesn't matter when the core activates fast. But you're not slowing down the core by that much, but you're speeding up another ray. Like, if your Omega core is triggering every 6 seconds, but by moving it to the other side of the core, you're triggering it every 4 seconds instead. That's 4 seconds that's not necessarily speeding up the core, but it is speeding up the scaling on your other rays. You're effectively losing 1 second on your core cooldown to gain a second, or to gain 2 seconds on your Omega Ray.
I assume you're here to give tribute. Your pitiful appearance was a trick.
Core is also speeding up the ray charging. The core is also speeding up the ray charging. Yes, if you put the rays on the other side of the core. But if they're on this side, they're not. The Frost Ray is the only one that gets charge. Can haste the beta ray. What does that do? Haste one item for 2 seconds. I guess that's fine. Meant scaling the rays. Yes, but by speeding up rays with the core, you're also scaling your rays more. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are getting more scaling if you move your slow ray to the other side of the core, because it will activate more, which then also scales your rays. Whereas it's not contributing much to the speed of the core on the other side. It's the same. If you have a 6-second ray on the side, and it's activating once every 2 or 3 cycles of the core, then it is not the same. You are getting more ray or core activations by moving it to the other side.
Your world is frantic. The long time is peace. To learn slowness quickly. Is it a
Now, that could be a reason. I don't think I want to give up the freeze. I think the freeze is too important, but that could be a reason to move the core all the way to the other side. Yeah, like, it's the same logic as putting the coolant on the side. Like, you're triggering the coolant way more, but if you put the coolant on the other side of the core, you're only speeding up the core by, like, 0.1 or 0.2 on average, because the coolant is so much slower than the core. But you're speeding up the coolant by, like, 2 seconds. Yeah, it looked bad until we had defenses. And now that we have defenses, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Does core ever get to ICD? I feel like core never gets to ICD. Uh-oh. I don't have the right defenses for this. But they are permafrosted, so we're fine? I'm the better poison board! Who'd have predicted? Companion core loses again. Yeah, I feel like these are what the Ray builds want to be late game, where you just have a damage type that you're trying to build around. And you play Beta Ray. And then you just fill out the rest of your board with the good dually items, rather than playing all the Rays. You just get so much out of the good dually items. Let's crack open these chests. Chrono Barrier probably counts as a good dually item. I think it's probably worse than Coolant, but it's got its matchups where it's insane. Chrono Barrier being medium is the biggest problem with it. It's just like you can play 2 good dually items or Chrono Barrier. Like, I'm not sure how often Chrono Barrier is better than playing LEDs plus Coolant.